bit limited for time up in the train room this week. I've got a few things going on, a few things I've had to do, so I'm only getting the odd couple of hours here and there. So rather than start anything major, I think I'm just going to spend a bit of time this week trying to complete some of these little areas, some of the scenics. I might start to do a bit of work on weathering the floor to the brewery yard, see how we get on. But there's a few little patches and areas that have been left half finished for quite a while, so it'd probably be nice to try and tidy these up. So I thought I'd give a few of the engines a bit of an outing, a bit of a run while I'm just doing these small little areas. This one, this A4 mile, has not been run for a while. It's got the lighted Pullman coaches. So I've given them a quick dust down and just brought them out. I have already started to do a bit of scenery in front of this wall along to the factory, some bushes and some scatters on there. So that's looking a little bit better. One of the suggestions which I've just been looking at and thinking about was maybe that could have the security fence, you know, just to differentiate it and make it higher. So I'm thinking about putting that maybe in front of there. For now, with the brewery yard, I'm leaving the wall as it is. Yes, it probably could be higher. I'm not going to put that concrete security fencing across around it yet. May do at a later stage, but I think for now I'm okay with how the wall looks, even if it is probably a little bit short. I'm just going to try and get this these two tunnel portals tidied up, get the facings on the parapets, the buttresses. So I'm just cutting a piece that will go across there, exactly the same as that one. I need to do a little piece of detail to go underneath. I've just got some gluing up, that's going to go up the middle there. Then there'll be a little like detail sticking out just to cover the join. Buttress to do down that side. Then once all that's done, get a nice piece across the top with another bit of a parapet wall, and then fencing all the way down. Also just started to try and get some scatters down in this area leading up to the tunnels. Put the little hut at the back there. As you know, the two portals are on now. They need some weathering, which I can get around to, and then I'm going to start working out on this area just at the front of the board. One thing that has crossed my mind a couple of times, and maybe somebody can help me out, is I'm not an electrical expert, but I've got two rakes of those Pullman coaches, 7, so that's 14 coaches, then they all light up. Now, when I've got obviously the layout on and they're just parked, the lights are on all the time, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Does that, in terms of drawing power, or you know, just for the longevity of the lamps themselves, would I be better? I thought if and when I get this helix in and this coach sidings underneath like a storage yard, would I be better putting some kind of isolating switch to turn the power off, because they could be sat for hours on end just with the lights on. I mean, it may be, it's not an issue, you know, they may be designed to cope with that, but I just didn't know 14 coaches all drawing power, could that have an impact on the over-out reliability and running? So if anybody knows the answer to that, I'd love to know. As I say, I'm not an electrical expert, but it's just crossed my mind a couple of times really. So I've been slowly adding the fencing in around here. Obviously there'll be all the scenics now to do. I've stopped there for now because I'm a little bit unsure how this bit's going to be. Ordinarily I would probably take it round up to the tunnel portal there. However, I'm just thinking about the back scene and what's going to come across here, if anything. But now I've put these supports on to widen this area. As you can see, these stick out, so I may need to put a fillet of plywood in there just to extend this out level to that. If not, if I put something across there, there's going to be a gap. So I've held off putting the last couple of pieces in yet. This still gives me enough now to be able to get the rest of this area finished. As I say, I'm thinking of some kind of dirt track up to where this coaling stage is going to be, and then the rest will just be scrub land. Could even get some little buildings on there maybe. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm still undecided whether I do need a bit of fencing across there, and then maybe down just to there, just to protect that area, maybe with a little gate in. Can't decide whether it needs it or not. It's just, it is very open, that. Anybody's got any ideas whether there should be one there or whether I don't need to, I'd love to hear from you. A couple of other little bits I've been pottering around with. I've put some fencing along there from the goods shed across to the end of the factory unit, or the factory building should I say, with a little access through. And then if we come along to the other side, I've just started putting some bushes along this edge just to give a bit of protection really from the railway lines. I might even decide to put some fence in there as well and run it along to the steps there for the goods shed, just to differentiate that area as well. So it has been a bit of a bitty week this week. Not a lot of progress, but sometimes it helps just to try and tackle some of those tasks that you never get around to. As you probably know by now, I'm the king of half finishing things, getting distracted and moving on. So it's probably been good just to try and tidy up some of these areas. So the plan will be to continue to finish off this part, just this area where these little tub lids are sat, get that all done. I've got some yard lights that I need to work out where I'm going to put, and I can get all the lighting wired up together just onto one switch. So we'll see how we progress with that.